time for another chicken update, I guess. This first clip was part of the last update that I did, and it was taken on the 17th of October. The newer clips and photos that follow were taken today, which is November the 1st when I'm putting this together. So the idea here is to give you something to compare to when you see the newer photos, how much they've grown. And they have really grown quite a bit in the past 2 weeks. This was a mistake, but I decided to include it anyway. I thought I had the camera set up to take a video, and what it was doing was time-lapse photographs. So this is just a collection of time-lapse photographs taken over a few minutes, I guess. Saw Angel come in there at the beginning, guarding her chickens. This only runs for, I don't know, something like a minute, I think, so be more sound coming up on the next clip. I've had a request from at least 2 or 3 people who watch this, who really like watching chickens, I guess, to make these videos longer. I suspect it will put a lot of people to sleep. However, this particular clip here is going to run for 5 minutes uninterrupted, so that'll give you your chicken update and all you ever wanted to see of chickens, I suspect. What they're eating there are dried mealworms. I don't often give them to the chickens. Nothing wrong with the chickens eating them, because obviously they love them. I have them for my quail. Quail that I have can't get out to free range. They just range away and you never see them again. And it's important that they have invertebrate protein in their diet. So either fresh or dried mealworms, and I buy the dried ones and give them a handful of them every day. After this clip finishes running, I have several still photographs that I will put up, sort of photographs of each one of the 3 individual small chickens there, and talking about what I think is happening with them and why I think they are what they are and all that sort of stuff. But it's easier than talking about it when they're constantly bobbing around, because I no sooner say it's the one on the left when the one on the left is now on the right type of thing. So I will come back with a little more information once the photographs show at the end of this clip. if you're still with me, this is the little fella that I think is going to be a rooster. And in this photo, if you look at his neck, he doesn't have the long hackle feathers yet that a rooster will have, but he's starting to grow red feathers in his neck, just like his father, Handsome, who is behind him there, and you can see some red feathers there. Also, if you look just below his eye, you can see sort of a red patch. He's starting to grow the wattles like Handsome has. Now, a hen can also have those, but this guy is forming them very early on, and not 100% sure, but I still think we're dealing with a rooster. This is another view of the same bird. You can see the red under his eye and the red in the feathers on his neck. And this is the one that I think is going to look like the mottled cochin, the black and white. They get more white as they get into their second year, or the end of their first year, rather, I guess, next summer sometime. They should have its full plumage. And it may not look exactly like a mottled cochin, but it stands the chance of looking more like one than any other ones there. There's a few white feathers on everything, but she's got the most feathers, and I think it's a little hen. If you look in some of the other footage earlier on, pictures of this one, you can see a little bit of a top knot starting to grow on its head, and that's also from the mottled cochin. Tried to get a shot of it with the individual photographs here, but there was always another black bird behind her, so it didn't show up very well. And the last couple of photos here is the one whose heritage is going back to its grandfather, Prince Leah, who is a black, silky rooster. And their feathers look more like fur than they do feathers. I also think, I'm not 100% certain, I've never eaten one because I'm a vegetarian, I think they also have black skin. I'd have to do more research to make that absolutely certain for you, but I'm quite sure they also have black skin, and as you can see, they look like a little powder puff. It walked really close to my phone in this one, but I put it up anyway because it really gives you a better idea of what the plumage is like. Well, that concludes this little update on the little chicken family. I did see one of them on the roost this morning, but I've been checking most evenings and they still aren't roosting, so I want to get some clips for you when they start to roost. Thank you very much for watching.